PRC, quality service since 1972. Repairing TVs, console stereos, electronic musical instruments, pinball machines, arcade games, and more. Call 836-0454.
This is the Weather Xtreme video. This is for Wednesday morning, the 9th of September. James Spann here, and really not a lot of change for the rest of this week. The weather will be warm, fairly humid, and every day some risk of a shower or storm in spots. We'll go to the Skycam network early this morning at the ridiculous hour of 5 o'clock. The Birmingham view looking south from the Daniel building, the sky mostly fair. You know, a thunderstorm popped up right over downtown Birmingham. And at that site, the rainfall total was almost 1 inch, 94 hundredths of an inch. The airport had under a tenth of an inch, and some of the western suburbs had nothing. That's the way it goes with these scattered showers. There's the Clanton Skycam down below the City Hall, down in Chilton County, and from the campus of the University of Montevallo. The view there this morning with a clear sky, some fog in spots. And again, it's a pattern where there's no well-defined upper air or surface features. We're dealing with these little mesoscale boundaries that are very hard to identify, if not impossible. And you just have to wait until the storms get on the board to see where they're going to fire. The main westerlies are up north. A surface boundary shows up over the upper Midwest. That's no impact on us in the near term. And again, today we'll just kind of roll with the forecast like we had yesterday. Partly sunny. A few spots could catch a storm this afternoon or a shower. Rain for the next 5 days. This is valid through Sunday evening, and this is showing amounts of over 1 inch for the state. Heavier totals down there in the western Gulf. That's an interesting little feature. But again, drawing these maps for us, very hard to do because of the convective and scattered nature of the precipitation. Tropical weather got the system on the middle Atlantic coast, and Fred, now a hurricane out in the eastern Atlantic. That middle Atlantic coast system pushing a lot of moisture into New England. And you can see Boston and Long Island really getting slammed by that onshore flow. But it's not a classic tropical system. It's a hybrid, but still windy and wet up there. And Fred looks pretty good. This thing could be a major hurricane here shortly. It's southwest of the Cape Verde Islands. But, this thing probably will not get any farther west than 35 west. And it's just going to meander out there, become a major hurricane, then weaken to a tropical depression this weekend. Again, just hanging around out there in the far eastern Atlantic. No sign of any westward progression. So looks like Fred will be a non-story out in the middle of nowhere. Here's the modeling. This is 1 o'clock today off the OZGFS. And again, the core westerlies are up north. We have a light northwest flow aloft here, so any storms that pop up should move from northwest to southeast, much like yesterday. And down below that, these synoptic scale maps really aren't going to help you much. Kind of like, summer. There's enough moisture for a few scattered showers. I don't know right now who's going to get wet at 3 o'clock this afternoon. That's the state of the science. Summer days are very frustrating because we cannot do that. All we can do is say there will be some storms out there, but they'll be pretty scattered. Tomorrow, same deal. Partly sunny, a few spots catching a shower or storm. And Friday, same deal. Better chance will be during the afternoon and evening. That's when air parcels are rising. Saturday, starting off the weekend, that looks pretty dry, but again, we'll mention the risk of widely scattered showers, but that certainly suggests no major problems for the football games in the state on Saturday. Both Alabama and Auburn are at home. And Sunday, that upper-level feature over the upper Midwest tries to exert maybe a little influence, and we've got a southwest flow aloft here, and that's going to transport moisture in. And again, there's some evidence of maybe some type of inverted trough out there of the western Gulf. We have not seen the model in recent days try and develop a tropical system. It did for a few runs a few days ago, but seems like some of that moisture tries to feed up in here. So again, we'll ramp up the chance of showers and storms a bit on Sunday. And Monday, the model's been all over the road. One day it's dry, one day it's wet, now it's wet again. So the confidence out there is obviously low, but again, if some type of trough is in the western Gulf and we got a southwest flow aloft, that moisture could be headed up in here. So it's probably wise to maintain a pretty decent chance of showers and thunderstorms on Monday. Tuesday, we start to dry out. And Wednesday of next week looks bone dry. End of the forecast, 24th of September. Look at that big ridge pumping up over the Pacific just offshore. 594 circle out there, located west of Seattle in a downstream trough over the middle part of the nation. And look at the cold air coming in. The thickness values are very low. That looks snowy for the Dakotas and much of Canada, as the gates to the Arctic are open there. But on this run, it doesn't get down in here. But, of course, as we get into late September, the westerlies get deeper. And typically we see that first really impressive cold front of the fall toward the end of September, the 1st of October, that'll get us down in the upper 40s. Always look forward to that. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video today. We'll have notes on the blog. The next video here by 3:30 or so this afternoon. And, of course, we invite you to watch us on television this evening. ABC 3340 News at 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Again, thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day, and God bless.